Good day everyone, my name is Glenn and Padin. Now I will share to you my topic about the different criticism from the standpoint of the student and teachers on the full implementation of K-12 program. Alright, let's begin. I will show to you the word cloud photo, and as you can see, there are lots of words being written. For example, practices, K-12 and others. It symbolizes a resilient connection from the basic curriculum to K-12 curriculum. So now, what is K-12 curriculum? The Department of Education of the Philippines has implemented the K-12 curriculum to both elementary and high school levels of basic education starting the school year 2012 and 2013. According to diff, we are one of the few countries who didn't implement the 12 years in education. It became a great factor when finding job in this global competition around the world. So, to realize this program or curriculum, there should be a connection between the students, teachers, community, and everyone who are involved in this modern educational system about its vision, mission, goals, and as to gain an understanding of how they approach the new curriculum. K-12 curriculum refers to the succeeding 12 years of basic educational term, typically refers to the content being taught and the learning experiences students have in school setting from kindergarten to grade 12 level. The K-12 curriculum requires all Filipino students to have 1 year of kindergarten, 6 years of elementary schooling, grades 1 to 6, 4 years of junior high school, grades 7 to 10, and 2 years of senior high school, grades 11 to 12. Why? As I said a while ago, that to master skills and acquire basic competencies with the goal of being competitive and global on a global scale. Look at the picture. It represents that in every level of the child needs to accomplish the 12 years of education. In my topic, I also included the pros and cons of K-12 curriculum to the education of the Philippines. Let's begin. So here are some of the pros or the advantages of K-12 curriculum to the Philippines education sector. Number 1, preparedness for tertiary learning. With the adaptation of the K-12 curriculum, students are expected to graduate at an age that is a bit older than past graduate of the old curriculum. According to DepEd, this would be an advantage to the young adults venturing out into the professional world because they would be much more equipped to deal with the higher level of learning as they enter college. With this, they can choose to continue their education to higher firms, which will be another great journey to access essential learning of developments. Number 2, readiness to join the workforce. Unlike the old curriculum, K-12 can make the students more prepared in joining the workforce. The new curriculum has this benefit because they compel each student to be enthusiastic about the workforce, and the scheme empowers students to make a choice on their own. They may or may not pursue a college program, especially if they have chosen a track other than the academic track. Senior high school students need not worry if they would like to explore other fields aside from their own, because they get to choose relatives that can also hone their skills in certain areas that they are interested in. Now, number 3, skill competency in the global job market. The K-12 system aims to improve Filipino students' skills in mathematics, science, and linguistics to exhibit competence in the global job market. With the new curriculum, the Department of Education promises to offer higher quality education through the different strands. Each track will give the students enough time to master a field and enhance their skills in that respective industry, and by the end of the curriculum, the K-12 graduates will be ready to become globally competitive and are set to obtain a spot in the meticulous labor market. Number 4. K-12 is a learner-centered curriculum. Influence the students to take a more active role in the learning process. With the freedom and flexibility to choose what they will learn, how they will learn, and how to be a reliable member of a team. Not only will this make learning very enjoyable and easier for students, it will also help address diverse needs, which include special cases and those that come from the indigenous groups, which make this education system very inclusive for everyone. So, number 5. Number 5. The role of K-12 students and their parents. Because of dropouts without graduating, even in high school, which leaves them unemployed and at risk of facing difficulties, parents, educators, employers, and students themselves hold the responsibility of making sure that this does not happen and that they secure a future of themselves. K-12 plays a vital role ensuring that they would be competitive in the workforce and generates progressiveness for the whole family in this economy. In the next slide are some of the cons of K-12 curriculum of the Philippine education sector. Students need to adjust to the new curriculum, have to condition themselves in spending a longer time in school. Senior high school is relatively new, so its efficiency is yet to be determined, and this is one risk which may have dire consequences. Number 2, highly structured approach may not fit some families' lifestyle needs. The implementation of the new curriculum has raised several challenges which rooted on the appreciation of the nature of the new curriculum, the additional cost to every family, and the readiness of facilities, infrastructures, instructional materials, and teaching personnel. Number 3, government funding the educational programs, especially for public schools. Government needs to examine the implementation of K-12 up to classroom level to lessen curriculum mismatch. It costs time, money, and effort of the government and other agencies. Number 4, absence of resources. Students had admitted the need to engage in more academic rigors for them to be equipped for life's challenges. Lack of facilities, classrooms, and teachers who are not well trained to adjust to the curriculum. So now this is the interview portion of the student and teacher. Oh, question number 1. How do you find the new curriculum? Teacher 1 said, "Nanibago." The teacher admits he or she is old for this new curriculum, but as a professional teacher, he or she must accept any changes because he or she know it is for the sake of the students. With the knowledge, experience, and competencies, teachers are central to any curriculum improvement effort and are responsible for the curriculum in and outside of the classroom. So according to teacher 2, at first, it finds the curriculum complicated and unsuitable for my set of learners. However, after attending several lectures, seminars, and workshops, he or she understood the rationale behind this big change in the Philippine education. Another teacher gave her or his testimony that when he or she first heard of it, thought it was just another burden to both learners and parents. But when he or she learned about its mission, vision, and goals, I understood its benefits to the learners. So now let's go to the students' view or opinion that the K-12 curricula is very diverse compared to the old curriculum. The implementation was rushed, that it results in an unprepared system of education. There's a lot of lacking, such as learning materials and resources. It's a celebration but challenging, but enjoying the curriculum and many things learned. Another student think that the K-12 curricula is essential. At first, his or she's not in favor with this curriculum, but we should look at the positive outcome of the program. This will supply our needs and interests that will mold us to become globally competitive. So, question number 2. When was the time that you think you have correctly implemented the K-12 curriculum? What have you done to enhance the implementation? As a teacher said, as a teacher, he or she must implement the curriculum in his or her classroom, carefully planning, sticking to the plan, and efforts such as when it comes to assessing the students and preparing the lessons every day. The time that he or she have correctly implemented the curriculum is that when she or he meet the goals for the day and to see his or her students applying what they have discussed. The teacher is planning to enhance the implementation. Teachers know their students' needs better than others. Collaborate with others to identify the skills needed by the students at each level to strive hard for the future of the students. Another teacher took the chance to give his or her opinion that it took us a while to understand and fully implement the new curriculum. There are changes and revisions. There are also flaws in the system, especially in its first year of implementation. He or she think it took him or her 2 to 3 years to correctly implement the curriculum. Personal effort plus positive outlook counts in the changes brought about by the system. Continue attending seminars related to the new curriculum and seek professional growth by visiting graduate studies. Teachers and students both agree that the K-12 curriculum envisions to prepare students to quality life, though in the first few years the implementation is quite complicated and challenging. About 80% of them claim that they have no choice but to execute the DepEd order. Nonetheless, understanding its mission and vision and conservative planning influence teacher beliefs, thereby enhancing their decision making and implementation of the new curriculum. This conforms to the results of 810 and 25. Likewise, in agreement with 45, students, parents, and the community shall actively participate in the curriculum change. Their proper awareness will help them realize and appreciate their roles of the realization of K-12 goals.